This is Steve Ridgel, and in just a couple of days, my wife Marcia and I will have been married for 50 years. Now, people, because that's such a big thing, always ask, so how did you make it that far? And in my last video, I talked about things we have learned to say that helped us stay married 50 years. Today, I'm going to give you three things that we do that I think will help you stay married a long time and have a rich and happy marriage. The first one is do family. Now, I know that goes against what some people say. Some people are like, no, 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 don't put your kids ahead of your marriage. Don't. I'm not saying put them ahead, but I am going to tell you this. It is important to realize that you're in this for more than just you. If marriage is just about you, then you have to stay happy, you have to stay engaged with the other person, you hit a rocky patch, but I think you've got to remember that marriage is bigger than you. My wife and I have done that. We don't stay married for the kids, but the kids they were really important to us, and it's still important to us to model for that next generation. Here's how you grow old together. Here's how you live as a long-term married couple. We think it's important for our grands to see us. We like for our grandkids to see grandparents that love each other and that have been married a long, long time, because we want to set that expectation in our families. Now, just because you have a long marriage, does that mean everybody in your family is going to? Well, obviously not, because sometimes things are tough. And it takes two people to make a marriage work. But I do think your marriage will be healthier and stronger if you realize that you are a foundation for your whole family. And that is a big deal. Number two, hold hands. Now you're going, is that a euphemism for sex? No, I do think sex is important. I think sex is a bonding thing between a man and a woman that helps them stay married a long time. But I'm just talking about that physical connection, the hug, the peck on the cheek, the sitting by each other. For us, it's holding hands. We hold hands at church. We hold hands when we walk. We hold hands. We hold hands. That's kind of what connects us. What you may be thinking, well, we don't really do that. That's awkward to start hugging each other and kissing each other and holding hands, but do that, because everybody needs intimacy and touch, and it's much more than sex. Though I will tell you, sex is a great bonding thing for marriage, so you ought to have that. But man, be intimate with each other in your physical connection. And then number three, do church. Now you're going, hey, I know we ought to go to church. No, let me tell you why church helps you stay married a long time. Because that's the kind of people that you want to surround yourself with. Because you know what we do when we go to church? We hear people talking about Jesus and how to live for Jesus. And that inspires us to do more of that, which makes our marriage better. When you go to church and people talk about marriage, they talk about God's plan for marriage, and that makes us a stronger couple. We hear positive things about staying married. And we hang out with people who are trying to do the same thing we're doing. We hang out with people who want their marriage to be healthy and happy. And when you're around people who are trying to do the same thing you are, it helps. Now, you're thinking, yeah, but I know a lot of Christians whose marriage isn't healthy. Yes, we do too. And you know what? We spend an inordinate amount of time with couples that are in trouble, but they're trying. And when we meet with a couple that's trying to save their marriage, you know, it helps us focus a little bit on our marriage too. And so, yeah, I'm not saying Christian marriages are perfect. I am saying church is the best place you can go to find a bunch of people who want to do the same thing you're doing. So, to help us stay married 50 years, we do family, because we think, man, our marriage is the core of a whole extended growing family. And we want to be living witnesses of how to make that a happy and effective thing. So family's important in our marriage. And we do try to stay connected. We do still love to hold hands, hug, those kind of things, and that's important. And we do church because that helps us with our goal. And our goal is to stay happy and in love as long as the Lord lets us both live.